Hello, and welcome to episode number 105 of WrestleRotica, the podcast that combines wrestling with erotica. This week we have two stories to share with you. The first story is entitled, Bayley's Awesome Night. While home for a night, Bayley and her girlfriends decide to attend a college party. Bayley finds not one, but two people of intrigue at this party. The second story is entitled, Biker Initiation with Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella is looking to have a far more adventurous life, so she decides to travel to the world's largest biker rally in Sturgis, South Dakota. While in a local bar, she encounters one of the local gangs who quickly decide that they would like to initiate her and their crew. Without further ado, let's get to this week's stories. This story is entitled Bayley's Awesome Night, and it was written by user I love Bailey/Becky/Emma/Paige.
Damn, you love them all.
One Friday night, Bayley comes home from the road to spend a few days with family and friends before she has to head to the next town. When she gets home, she is greeted at the door by her father and her girlfriends. Abby. Hey! So Tommy Baker's throwing a graduation party on the UCLA campus, and they said that it's going to be the craziest night ever. Bayley. I don't know, guys. I really just want to relax. Abby. I heard there's going to be a lot of hot guys there. Bayley. I guess I can go and show my face, at least for a little bit. Abby. That's the spirit. The girls spend the better part of 3 hours getting dressed and putting on makeup. They finally come downstairs. Bayley kisses her dad on the cheek. Bayley. Bye, Daddy! Don't wait up! Bayley and her friends walk out the door and drive off. When they arrive on campus, all roads to the main building are blocked off and all parking lots are filled. Bayley's friend Brittany parks 2 blocks away from the school, and the girls get out and walk. Once on campus, the girls follow the crowd of people heading to the Student Activity Center. While walking, Bayley notices a hot blonde hipster standing with her back to the wall. The hipster undresses Bayley with her eyes, as she imagines running her hands over every curve on Bayley's body. As Bayley's group goes inside, the hipster taps her friend, and they walk inside also. Once inside the Student Activity Center, it is a madhouse. It resembles a packed nightclub, with the music blasting and the strobe lights flashing. Courtney. I'm gonna go get us some drinks. I'll be back. Abby. I think I see Tommy. I'm gonna go talk to him. Courtney and Abby split off from the group. Just then a guy in a powder blue polo and cargo shorts approaches Brittany with a drink. He whispers in her ear, and the two of them slide their way onto the dance floor. Bayley stands in place, awkwardly waiting for her friends to return. Just then, the hipster approaches her. Hipster. Excuse me. I don't mean to alarm you, but I see you standing here all alone. I was wondering if you were waiting on me. Bayley. Oh no! My friends just went to get us some drinks. Hipster. Oh, okay. Well, my name is Missy. And what's yours, beautiful? Bayley. Pam. Missy. Nice to meet you, Pam. Are you here with anybody? Bayley. Yeah, my friends. Missy. No, I meant like your boyfriend or something. Bayley. Oh, no, my boyfriend is at work. He was mad because he asked his boss for tonight off, but he wouldn't give it to him. Missy. Damn, that sucks. Bayley. Yeah, and my job keeps me on the road most of the time, so our time together is scarce. Missy. Oh, really? What do you do? Bayley. I am an entertainer. Missy. Oh, really? I like that. Why don't you come with me to my section? Bayley. Okay. Missy leads Bayley back to her section, and they sit down on the couch. They talk and drink for 45 minutes. Then Missy places her hand in Bayley's thigh, then begins to slide it up. Bayley continues to let her guard down and gives in to her hominess. Missy and Bailey lean in and get close enough to kiss, but don't. Missy slides her hand all the way up Bailey's skirt and begins to rub her pussy through her panties. Bailey takes Missy's hand and slides it into her panties. Missy then takes Bailey by the hand and leads her to one of the lounges in the back away from the party. Missy looks around and closes the door. She then walks Bailey to the couch and pulls Bailey's panties down around her knees, lifts her skirt, and begins to lick and suck Bailey's pussy. Missy draws shapes on Bailey's clit and pussy. Bailey pulls down the tube top and releases her beautiful big breast, and Missy begins to play with her nipple. Bailey. Yeah, baby! Eat that fucking pussy! Lick it up real good! Bailey grabs a handful of Missy's hair with both hands and buries her face in her pussy. Missy. I bet you haven't had a man at your pussy like this before. Bailey. No! My boyfriend tries, but he's really not that good. Damn! Missy comes up from between Bailey's legs and begins to suck her big juicy tits and tongue kiss her. Missy then puts Bailey on her knees on the floor, and Missy spreads her own legs across the couch. Missy. Now it's your turn! Missy grabs Bailey's head and pushes her face into her pussy, and Bailey begins to lick and suck Missy's pussy. Bailey writes out the alphabet and sticks her tongue inside Missy's pussy. Missy's eyes roll back as Bailey fucks her with her tongue. Missy. Yes! That's what the fuck I'm talking about! Woo! Shit! Bailey sucks Missy's pussy lips together while wiggling her tongue in Missy's cunt. Missy. Get up here and fuck me! Bailey stands up and removes her tube top skirt, then climbs on the couch with Missy. Missy and Bailey cross their legs around each other's bodies and begin to rub their pussies together. The girls begin to moan softly as they scissor fuck, grinding their wet, creamy pussies against one another. Just then a drunk Cassie comes stumbling down the hall mumbling to himself when he hears the soft moans of two women. Kazi momentarily sobers up and begins to follow the sounds of the moaning until he gets to a private lounge area to see Missy and Bailey having sex. Oh yeah! Kazi. What the fuck is going on in here? Bailey and Missy try to grab their clothes to cover up, but Kazi is already in the room. Bailey. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. Kazi. No! Don't be embarrassed. You are very beautiful. Yes! Bailey. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. Kazi. Oh, it's no problem. I like to see a pretty girl smile. Missy. Oh, really then? Would you like to stay and watch? Kazi. Oh man, I would love to watch you two pretty ladies get it on. Missy and Bailey begin to kiss and continue to rub their pussies together, creaming and squirting. Kazi begins to slide his hand down his pants and starts to stroke his big black dick. Missy notices Kazi jacking up and gets up from the couch and walks over to Kazi and drops to her knees. Bailey begins to rub her pussy and clit before shoving her middle and ring fingers in her own pussy. Missy pulls Kazi's cock out of his pants and begins to lick his cock all over before sticking it in her mouth and sucking it. Kazi. Oh wow! You are awesome at this! Missy slaps herself with Kazi's dick, then spits on it, and sucks it off. Bailey climbs down off of the couch and crawls over to Kazi and Missy. Bailey starts to suck Kazi's balls. Then she pulls his dick out of Missy's mouth and deep throats it on the first try. Kazi. Oh my god! This feels wonderful! Kazi grabs the back of Bailey's head and pushes her face down on his cock. Kazi then grabs Bailey up in his shoulder and slaps Missy's ass as she scurries over to the giant ottoman. He lays Bailey down on the ottoman on her back, then lays Missy right next to her. Kazi spreads both of their legs and begins to lick and suck their pussies. Kazi goes back and forth from Bailey to Missy, then back again. Kazi then uses his middle finger to finger fuck whoever's pussy He is not looking. Bailey. Yeah, Daddy! Just like that! Eat that fucking pussy! Missy. Yeah! You're gonna make me squirt! Keep fingering my pussy and I'm gonna squirt! Causey continues to eat and finger their pussies until Bailey comes in his mouth. And Missy comes on his hand. Causey then flips Missy and Bailey over onto their stomachs, then slowly inserts his cock into Bailey's dripping wet pussy. He slowly begins to ram his long, thick black cock deep into her cunt. Bailey. Oh my God! That's a big ass dick! Missy. Yeah, baby! Take that fucking dick! Causey leans down on Bailey's back and grabs her shoulders to pull her onto his cock. Causey slaps Bailey's ass, and it bounces and jiggles as he slams his cock balls deep in her pussy. He snatches his dick out of Bailey's pussy and shoves it into Missy's. Missy's eyes grow wide as the long, thick black dick slides deep into her cunt. Causey grabs Missy's hair and begins to fuck her harder and faster. Missy. Yes, yes, yes! Fuck me! Take my fucking pussy, Daddy! Causey. God damn, your pussy's so fucking tight. Bailey. Stretch that pussy out, Daddy! Fuck her like the slut she is! Causey continues to pound Missy's pussy until she comes all over his big black cock. He then pulls his stick out of Missy's tight wet cunt and slides it back into Bailey's pussy. Causey slams his cock balls deep in Bailey's twat. Her ass jiggles as he slams his cock hard and fast in her cunt. Bailey. Harder, Daddy! Harder! Fuck my pussy harder! Causey. Oh, fuck! I'm gonna come! Missy. Come in her pussy, Daddy! Fill her up! Causey continues to drill Bailey's juicy wet pussy until he shoots a load into her cunt. As his cum drips out of Bailey's pussy, Causey shoves Missy's face between Bailey's legs. She starts to lick the cum out of her pussy, and Causey shoves his cock balls deep into Missy's ass. Causey continues to plunge his big black cock into Missy's asshole. Bailey kisses him and pushes Missy's hips, bouncing her ass on his dick. Missy. Oh, fuck yes! Stretch that asshole, Daddy! Stretch it wide open! Causey pulls his cock out of Missy's ass and bends Bailey over her back and shoves his dick deep inside Bailey's ass. He goes back and forth between Missy and Bailey's assholes, shoving his cock inside and pulling it all the way out. Bailey. Yes, Daddy! Fuck my ass! Missy. Give me that big black cock! Causey continues to pound Bailey and Missy's assholes. He slaps Bailey's ass as he shoves his cock balls deep into Missy's ass. Causey continues to slam Missy's asshole until he feels the urge to come. He then pulls his cock out of Missy's ass and puts Bailey and Missy on their knees and shoots his hot, thick load all over Bailey's tits and both of their faces. Missy. Wow, that was amazing. Bailey. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Causey zips his pants and stumbles back to the party. The end. This story is entitled Biker Initiation with Nikki Bella, and it was written by Rainmaker. Brie Bella was always the more adventurous of the Bella twins. What? She was always one to love life, even if she would step above the line, i.e., sleeping around with other people or having one glass too many. Nikki was usually more reserved, but she always had more murkier thoughts. You take one look at her, and how could you miss a woman like her? Her average height, luscious curves, exquisite raven hair, pouty red lips, and did I mention luscious curves? That's why it was all the more surprising why Nikki wanted to go to the biker capital of the world, Sturgis, South Dakota, all by herself.
WCW
Nikki Bella.
heads triumphantly into the Sturgis bike route.
Nikki landed in Sturgis and immediately stood out like a sore thumb. Here was this brightly colored, pampered star of WWE and reality TV in the hot, drab-looking, Midwestern part of America. That was Sturgis, South Dakota. Once she got to the hotel, she contemplated going out tonight and just enjoying this part of America. She only ever came to these parts whenever WWE was in town, and had never had the chance to experience it. Well, At least the weather makes me feel right at home, referring to South Dakota's scorching hot temperatures that reminded her of her native Arizona. While Nikki was doing her makeup so she could go out to one of the bars for the evening, she could hear the booming shriek of motorcycle engines being revved up outside. Sometimes as far out as almost a whole mile from the hotel. Ugh! You have got to be kidding me! Nikki protested as she looked out her window to see the swarm of surprisingly decent-looking men. Well, decent-looking if we're going by the standards of bikers. A lot of them were tan and probably in their mid-30s, entering their 40s, but they were tall and had scruffy beards that were just right. But Nikki wasn't interested in any men right now. All she wanted was some peace to herself in the one place in America that no one would expect someone like Nikki Bella to be visiting. Trying to take her mind off the bikers' motorcycle engines, Nikki got dressed for the evening. She wore black shades to hide her face, long denim jeans that did a fine job of hugging her lower frame, and a baggy black shirt. Yeah, this looks fine, Nikki said cheerfully to herself as she admired herself in the mirror. It was dusk now. The once bright and humid sun was now cloaked by dark blue skies and an ever-present full moon. Awoo! One of the drunk patients howled like a wolf at the sight of the full moon in the sky. Nikki strutted casually across the road from where her hotel was located to the bar, not paying any attention to the drunk man or his friend. Even despite being drunk, the man wasn't hammered enough to not notice Nikki Bella. Whoa! Check out that number! The drunk man's equally drunk friend hollered, but Nikki paid them no mind as if they were just spouting white noise. Nikki entered the bar, which was a full house full of rowdy bikers and contemptible biker chicks who really didn't care about how they looked or how they were looked at, as most of them had to be in their mid-40s, which made them way too old to be wearing those kinds of clothes. J&B barkeep, Nikki asked as she was able to successfully manage to stay out of sight. Well, for now. You don't look familiar, honey, the woman behind the bar inquired. Not from around here? Nikki shook her head. Nope, just passing through. What's the population here like? Nikki asked, still not removing her shades, as she took a sip of her drink. Well, last time I checked, the population down here was a little under 7,000, so everybody will most likely know everybody. Speaking of which, here comes the Crick Creek Gang. The bartender hesitated, as the Crick Creek Gang, the same band of bikers Nikki spotted earlier outside her hotel, had entered the bar looking to raise some hell.
666, the number of the beast.
The what Creek Gang? Nikki asked, confused. The Crick Creek Gang! Crick is to us what Creek is to you city folk. Silly name, I know. The barkeep responded as the 5 men were howling in the bar. The one in the middle's name's Zeke. He's the leader. Zeke had flowing dirty blonde hair, emphasis on dirty, stood an imposing 6'9" in a 5 o'clock shadow. The 2 twins on the other side of him are the Pierre brothers, Pierre and Pierre. The Pierre twins were the shortest of the bunch, standing only at 5'10", but had toned physiques they weren't afraid of showing off. I should have visited the Badlands, Nikki said to herself in disappointment. Now, that other big fella is Large Carl. I'm sure you could guess why.
Is it a big dick?
Large Carl stood 6'1", but had a bulky frame and was considered to be the muscle of the Crick Creek Gang. Fuck! Those are the guys I saw earlier today, Nikki said to the bartender, who shrugged her shoulders. Like I said, everybody knows everybody eventually here in Sturgis, the bartender replied. And that last guy is Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald stood 6'4", and was mostly the silent one of the crew. Just stay here, honey. and I'll make sure those bastards won't hurt you. I've dealt with them many a times.
Yo, bartender!
Zeke proclaimed as they approached Nikki's area. Before asking for a drink, they finally laid their eyes on Nikki. Well, hello, little missy. What brings you to these neck of the woods? Large Carl asked in a somewhat taunting manner. Nikki stood there silent, hoping they would go away. Boss, you better keep your pants on and your eyes in any other direction but on her, the bartender demanded. Well, shit! You don't have to say it twice, Pierre said as he stared at Nikki. The four bikers were sitting on either side of Nikki at the bar, while Fitzgerald was ordered to wait outside.
So, what's a cute number like you doing in Sturgis? Don't think I've ever seen you around here.
Zeke pressed on as he rubbed Nikki's arm slightly before she aggressively moved it away. Oh, this one's a little fighter, Pierre said as he chuckled. I'm passing through, Nikki hissed silently. I beg your pardon? I didn't catch that, honey. Large Carl asked, fed up and thinking the only way she was going to get these creeps away from her was by talking them down. She removed her shades and looked Large Carl straight in the eye. I am passing through town, Nikki angrily announced. Like I said, this one is a fighter. Pierre shouted again.
Shut up, Pierre!
Zeke annoyingly commanded.
Look, how about this? We could use a girl in our gang. If you join up with us, nobody will be able to bother you ever again. Ever.
You're full of shit! Nikki shot back.
Dead serious. Look at you, baby!
Before Zeke could finish, Nikki grabbed him by his balls and squeezed on them like a vice grip, causing the others to jump back. I don't mind your proposal, but don't ever call me baby again! Got it?
Damn!
Nikki demanded as Zeke nodded his head. Don't touch the boss, you! Large Carl was about to step in, but Zeke held him off.
It's fine, boys.
Zeke coughed before laughing.
I like this girl.
Keep gawking, because that is as far as you boys are going to get, Nikki said. You sure? You don't think the sound of drinking freely or doing whatever you want, wherever you want doesn't sound enticing enough? Pierre offered. Nope, but thanks, Nikki replied. Come on! Large Carl practically begged as he gently caressed her arm, though this time she wasn't budging. Nobody in Sturgis, nay, all of South Dakota, will ever think of fucking with you.
Damn!
The Pierre twins then started to unsubtly flaunt their toned physiques, which Nikki couldn't help but admire. You two have some great-looking bodies, Nikki said cheerfully before she continued. But I'm still not interested. Nikki's voice returned to a hushed tone, which disappointed the two. Nikki had to admit she kind of enjoyed teasing the gang of bikers, and their attempts are winning her over.
What about earning a vest tonight? You go through all the trials, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Nikki was now interested in Zeke's proposal, but still refused.
Come on! I think we could use a woman like you.
Oh! You think you could handle a woman like me running in your crew? Nikki threw the gauntlet down.
What do you say? Join us, and nobody will even look at you twice ever again.
Nikki pondered the proposal for several seconds before slowly nodding her head. The men were so busy celebrating the idea of them finally having a female amongst the ranks that they didn't even notice Nikki giving the bartender a wink, hinting that she was going to pull a pro wrestling style swerve on the bikers when they least expected it. Hey, you look familiar, doll, Pierre questioned. Aren't you from the WWE? Sure, we'll go with that. Nikki playfully shot back.
Where are you staying, sugar?
Zeke asked as Nikki got on his bike. Right up there. Nikki pointed to the hotel, steps away from the bar.
Nice! Don't worry, our hideout is only 5 minutes from here, so you'll be back in no time.
Zeke said as they drove off. The other members just had a standard Harley, but Zeke rode an XR 750, the same kind as Evel Knievel himself rode. They eventually found their way to the hideout as a series of initiations took place. Things ranging from something as tedious as throwing dots to drinking contests to taking one brief dose of cocaine. Nikki was feeling a little out of it to the point that she didn't even notice the men were gone from the room. Okay, now for the last test, Pierre said before the room stood silent. Large Carl slowly wrapped his arms around Nikki and kissed her on the lips, which Nikki was having none of. What the fuck? Nikki said as she struggled, eventually breaking free before Pierre grabbed her and held her with ease. You fucking assholes! This was not a part of the deal, you mother! Pierre placed his lips on Nikki's, which Nikki protested for a few more seconds, before eventually succumbing to his kiss. For a scruffy-looking biker, Pierre had a soft touch when it came to kissing, which Nikki would have never guessed. Nikki was ready to remove her new black collars, but Zeke suggested she keep them on during this whole ordeal. Large Carl and both Pierre and Pierre had their pants down, revealing their rock-hard erections.
Me first!
Zeke grunted, revealing his semi-erect cock, which Nikki was more than happy to please. Nikki was chowing down on Zeke's well-endowed member, and seemed to have no qualms about it now. Now I guess she knew how her sister Bree was.
Large Carl wants a crack at you, hun, if that's fine.
Nikki nodded at Zeke's request, as Large Carl removed her jeans, and only left was her bare vagina, staring at him, waiting to be filled. Hey, what about us? The Pierre twins whined and protested. Zeke didn't say a word, but motioned them to his side, to motion them receiving a handjob from Nikki. With all four men's cocks out, and one strike biker on the outside scouting and Fitzgerald, this was the ultimate initiation. Nikki slurped heavily on Zeke's cock as she rapidly jerked the twins' cocks, while also having Large Carl's large cock inside of her. Oh, god damn! Pierre cried out. Him and his brother were along for this, as Nikki could feel their cocks twitching, holding both their cocks together in her hands and squeezing them with all her might. Nikki simultaneously milked both the brothers' cocks as they shot a small stream of cum that landed on either side of Nikki's vest. Oh shit! She is a good fuck! Large Carl decreed as he continuously pounded himself into Nikki's tight twat, her breast starting to jiggle. Noticing this, Zeke had her take off her top to reveal her heaving breast, but still made sure she kept her collars on.
Those are the finest pair of tits I've ever laid my eyes on!
The horny biker graveled as he started to deep throat Nikki, in and out. In and out. In and out went his stiff pecker into her pretty little mouth, as he couldn't help but cup a fill of her breast. Nikki moaned as Zeke started to pinch her nipples. Her once flowing dark hair was now a complete mess, and Nikki, who had once planned on turning on these guys when they least expected it, was now at their will. She relished in being a dirty biker girl now, whom no one can mess with.
Oh shit, yeah! Yo, Zeke, wanna switch?
Large Carl asked, and without a second thought, Zeke exited from Nikki's mouth, turned her around, and couldn't help but admire her ample bottom.
Oh, fuck! She sucks so good!
Large Carl moaned as Nikki started to hungrily suck, as Large Carl's cock rubbing his balls softly in the process. What about your friend out there? I'm sure he won't stand on this! Nikki moaned. Who? Fitzgerald? Nah, he's not really into the whole sex thing. Aww. Large Carl moaned. Using his lubed cock, Zeke slowly rubbed the head of his cock at the entrance of her asshole, causing Nikki to gasp. Just do it, you bastard! Nikki moaned as she jerked Large Carl's cock, bracing himself for Zeke's entry into her most sacred hole.
Looks like I don't need much more convincing,
Zeke moaned before he finally inserted himself into Nikki Bella's ass.
Oh, fuck! That's massive!
Nikki groaned at Zeke's length, trying not to move too much so she could ease herself onto him. After about a minute of waiting, Zeke was given the confirmation once Nikki shot him an alluring look over her shoulder. Zeke thrust himself into her asshole at a moderate speed, filling her breasts in the process, while Large Carl continued to deep throat her. The Pierre twins watched in complete awe at the sight in front of them.
Oh, shit! I can't hold on!
Large Carl panted, feeling his testicles start to bubble and cock twitching. He knew he was close, so he stopped deep-throating Nikki and allowed him to finish in her mouth. Stroking him rapidly, Large Carl finally came with a loud grunt, unloading a small but steady stream of cum into her mouth, as Zeke continued to fuck her vigorously.
Shit! I can feel you tear me apart!
Nikki confirmed, causing Zeke to grin smugly.
You're ours now! Say it!
Zeke demanded. I'm yours, Nikki whispered.
Say it like you mean it!
Zeke ordered again. By now, Nikki's orgasm was finally building, and had long passed the point of giving herself to the Crick Creek gang.
Damn it, I'm yours! I'm this gang's little whore! And, oh shit!
With her final confession, Nikki Bella came with an ear-piercing groan, as her ass further shackled around Zeke's cock, as it started to milk him too.
Fuck! I'm coming!
Zeke shouted. He didn't know where to shoot, so he pulled out of Nikki and unloaded a large load onto as juicy ass, causing her to giggle in the process. With the final drops of cum, Zeke was spent and had a cheeky grin on his face. He finally had a proper female among his group, and Nikki had conformed to a new lifestyle. Now what? Nikki asked as she finally caught her breath and put her clothes back on.
Well, I think we should just stay here and call it a night.
Zeke said, causing Nikki to pout. No way! I earned these colors! Nikki protested. I want to show these colors off! What do you boys think? Should we continue to paint this town red?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
The night is still young! Nikki planned, which made all the men gleeful. Holy shit! She is down with the cause, Pierre stated. I like this girl, Pierre said. It's like she never had a previous life and wants to really be with us now. Large Carl also stated.
Yeah, I think you're going to be a fine biker chick,
Zeke stated. With that last statement, the group revved their bikes and drove into the night, living life on the road. This was something Nikki was going to love. The end. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of WrestleRotica. We hope that you enjoyed this week's stories. If you enjoyed this week's stories, please be sure to like, review, and subscribe to us on iTunes. Visit us elsewhere online, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and as always, our official website, WrestleRoticapod.com. Thank you and have a good week.